Hello everyone, welcome back. JayborinoPlays here, playing some more Scattered, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2 created by Daequeous. As we mentioned in the first mission, this is a very old campaign. I talked to Deltrin about it and he said it works. There were a couple things that he managed to fix himself and he sent me some updates for. So looking forward, we should not really have many problems. Alright, the fleet has been destroyed, but a small group of survivors managed to escape the Alexander in time. There may be others, but communications are in shambles and the command structure is in absolute disarray. So every group of survivors will have to fend for themselves. Before being completely overrun, the flagship and what was left of the fleet plunged into a dense asteroid field. Survivors are hiding among rocks and wreckage in an attempt to avoid the swarm. With the fleet annihilated, Kerrigan's interest in the UED seems to have faded, but there's still substantial swarm presence in the asteroid field. Survival equates resources. Fortunately, the asteroid field has an abundance of them. A long-term goal will be to leave the asteroids and set up a base somewhere outside of Kerrigan's reach, but the immediate goal is to gather enough resources for that operation. A temporary base of operations has been established on one of the larger asteroids. The mineral hunt is on. All right. Wow, we've got like nothing. I really like the idea here, where you start with virtually nothing and you have to really play scrappy to be able to essentially survive. What I could do, I see some patrolling mutilisks. We basically are gonna have to like fly around and find stuff to pick up. So I guess we'll take these guys. Let's check these auto turrets. How are these? 4 damage. That attacks pretty quick. Everything seems to do less damage in this context. We have a sensor tower, so that'll help us at least be pretty careful. We have to gather 3,000 minerals.
On my way.
Basically want to be on the lookout for anything that might unburrow like that.
Confirmed.
So I'm thinking what I'm going to want to do.
Here's your stop.
Can we get him? Okay, yes we can. I was going to say, if we can't get him, then I'll probably want to go ahead and load him back up. But that went fine. We're going to have to play really scrappy here. It was basically, I saw on the loading screen it said that these structures will die if there isn't a creep source, so we can maybe pick those off. I think what I want to do is get enough resources to get, like, a Wraith or 2 Wraiths. If we can get some Wraiths to help kill mutilisks, then we should have relatively free reign.
Acknowledged.
The medevac has some pretty good survivability. It feels like mechanical units are, like, surprisingly useful. I think what we're going to do is get... It seems like they unburrow. Even Zerglings tend to unburrow as long as something is flying over them. It seems like our Marines also have really good range. Okay, flying over this. Okay, we're being extra careful here. Let's stay within our own purview, I suppose. Okay, so let's just unload right on top of this thing. Okay, and we know that we can out-heal the Hydralisk, I think. Okay, now I don't suspect that this stuff will get reinforced. The medevac has tons of energy, so it seems like it's much, much better than the medics, which have virtually no energy. All right, there's the patrolling mutilisks. What I'd like to do is lure those into my static defense. Seems like the smartest thing to do. I don't know if there's even a point to killing these pre-placed units. But this is really interesting. Again, it feels like you have to play extremely scrappy, which I like, because like we barely escaped with our lives, you know? Whoop, okay, those are 2 Hydralisks. We're probably gonna have to repair this medevac.
Understood. On my way.
Okay, and let's see if we can sneak over here. That shouldn't be able to see us. Well, there's a single mutalisk there. Let's see if we can do this. Every little bit that we can kill along the way, even if it's just starving these colonies out, that would be really useful. Seems like air units have a huge advantage. Basically, it seems like the tech tiers are like way more powerfully structured. So like defensive emplacements are going to be really powerful. Air units and then early mech is going to be extremely powerful. Let's go ahead and repair here.
Ready for pickup?
It's a lot more expensive, it feels like, or maybe it's just slower. But basically, like mutilisks, like Marines versus mutilisks might not be as powerful. I guess it's going to take some more playing to really understand the the situation there. Let's go ahead and we can make a single Wraith. We only need minerals. It doesn't really matter. Gas does not matter in this particular instance. Let's fly over here and check this. Looks safe. Once we get a large enough force, we should be able to roll pretty quick around the map to pick up resources. But we're at a point now where we just don't have enough stuff. We really could use gas, and I would really like to kill this Mutalisk patrol, for example. Actually, let's quick save before we do this. Oh, never mind. Okay, they flew around us. That's good. Let's see if we can hit these guys from across the way. It looks like no. Let's just drop over here. We've got healing for our infantry, so that's really all that matters. Okay, and we just went ahead and we got some gas. Now, that we got to be careful the Mutalisks don't fly over us right now, again, because I feel like Mutalisks we wouldn't be able to speed away from. They seem like they're way more powerful. We're outside of our sensor tower range, which is a little frightening. We know we can take Hydralisks one at a time. Just keep an eye on this guy. Okay, just barely. Get healed up. I got like there's a broken medevac. It's like you have basically nothing. It's very, very interesting. Getting cloaks seems like it would be really good.
By the numbers, boys.
Life flight.
And I may want to do that.
Here's your stop.
Assuming I can. I assume I need a tech lab, but like if I could get cloak.
Well,
There's a Mutalisk there. We can't unless we draw that back into our
loud and clear.
defensive structures, which we could do with a Wraith.
Understood.
Reporting in.
Like one Wraith versus one Mutalisk might be worth checking to see if we can do it.
Vector locked in.
Can we cram a? Man, they do not give you a lot of space here, do they? I don't think we even have room to make a tech lab if we wanted to. We won't be able to land our barracks again. That's okay, we can go with repairs. I mean, I could also just leave my barracks lifted off. The landing has changed too, that's interesting. It's like a lot of little things that this mod changes that adds some
Picking up or dropping
interesting stuff.
in the pipe.
What I could also do, so we're gonna need probably, we should just get a group of Marines. Only 35 minerals, I'll take it. And then we have one Wraith to essentially escort us. I would like 2 Wraiths and then a medevac full of Marines with a single medic, and then the medevac
Waiting on you.
itself, which can heal. So I'll feel pretty comfortable there. Here comes some random Mutalisks, and they're actually moving to our base. Oh, so we will get attacked here. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we really can't lose this SCV.
Standing by.
Okay, go ahead and go on auto repair, buddy. Gotta be careful. Yeah, we only have 1 SCV. We have no way to build more. So it seems like they will attack us every so often.
Been waiting on you.
I would really like some extra gas. But let's wait until we actually have a full group here. It seems like everything takes a bit longer to build also. I'll also need to check with Deltrin to see what game speed he played on.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Because this seems like it defaults to normal, and it kind of strikes me as something where you actually are meant to play on normal. Though I really can't say. Let's see if this thing follows us or if it leashes.
Vector locked in.
No, it leashes. That's fine. We could probably take it. 'Cause there's probably some resources up at the top here.
Reporting in.
There's the patrolling Mutalisks, which I think I'm just going to avoid.
Maximum. We could use some help here. Armed and ready.
Okay. Wraith get repaired. I'm a bit worried about this SCV.
Ready for pickup?
So again, it's our only one. Can we build more auto turrets? No, but we could make a bunker in here if we lift it off, and that would also give us room to make the tech lab. We're spending money exclusively just to repair, which is not good. There's nothing that says like blank needs to survive. There's nothing like that here. Let's cancel this and let's move out now.
Let's go.
Wraith, follow the medevac.
Understood.
And now I feel comfortable that we can probably kill groups of hydralisks.
Dropping off.
And we can micro some Marines in and out of medevacs, I suppose, like this. Okay, pretty strong. Still feels like we're very slow. Marines against Mutalisks seem just fine. I think that was the patrolling group, so we're finally able to kill that, which is great. And then we just kind of fly in range of this, and then draw them back to the Marines. Okay, and our medevac has a ton of energy, so even though our medic doesn't, that gives us an opportunity to kind of keep this roll going. And I'm looking for gas so that I can get maybe one more Wraith. I'll feel a lot safer. The medevac is actually extremely valuable given how much it can repair us. It doesn't oh, those Mutalisks were actually on their way to attack us separately from the looks of it. Okay, let's start cutting across down here.
Understood.
Quick save.
Reporting in.
Well, that's going to take a long time, but that's fine.
Confirmed.
More patrolling Mutalisks. Oh, no, I never actually killed the patrol.
Let's go. Acknowledged. Loud and clear.
Okay, back up.
Go ahead, Commander. Attack formation.
Lost a Marine. Okay, let's kill this one as well. Come to me. I think that group of Mutalisks attacks you. It seems like that group of Mutalisks comes to your medevac, if anything. So let's get some more Marines. We can load on up. Don't fly away. This is gonna be time consuming. They are reinforcing these Mutalisks, it seems like. Okay, Wraith, why don't you come back here and get repair, and then we can build another Wraith. And then we can repair our medevac, and then we can load up some extra units here. Yeah, see, our Marines just are not great versus buildings. It seems like a pretty big difference with how this is going to function.
Get me out of this mess.
Okay, pretty consistent Mutalisk attacks. Let's go ahead and land here. And then we can grab another Wraith.
Go ahead.
And we can always repair these auto turrets as well. So pick these guys up.
Talk to me.
What I'll do is just leave a bunch of Marines and medics kind of crammed in this little location, and then we can probably more easily defend ourselves. That's really interesting how that's slightly changed, the way that the barracks lands. Okay, so load these up, and then we got a second Wraith, and I think this is all we can realistically afford. I think this medevac plus the 2 Wraiths is the best it's going to get. If I could cram a bunker in here, I'm not going to be able to, but that would be so much nicer. I could always float my buildings to a more secure location also. There's plenty of places that we could land buildings. Well, maybe not. These are probably built such that you can't really cram anything extra in there.
Where's the emergency?
Okay, we got to get back out here.
Well, hallelujah.
I mean, they're just going to fly into my turrets, and they're going to get absolutely smoked.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
We got to keep this SCV alive, though, obviously. So we're going to hold position back here. Heal me up, buddy.
Go ahead.
It's going to be really dangerous. We cannot lose this SCV.
Picking up or dropping off?
I guess let's keep going. Let's go over to the right and then down. Those groups of Mutalisks that are going to keep flooding into our base will become a problem over time for sure.
I heard that.
No, I keep hitting D. We only need to land 1 unit at a time. Not all of them.
Ready for pickup? Loud and clear.
Okay, so we only need 3,000.
Acknowledged. In style, 5x5.
Careful. Careful.
Go ahead, Commander.
I only need the resources. I don't need to kill everything here. So we like fly in, drop them, load up, and then leave.
Standing by. Roger.
No need to engage
Ready for
everything.
pickup?
Now see, Mutalisks haven't come back for a while, so I wonder what triggers those to actually hit you.
Well, hallelujah.
Finding some gas also would obviously be really nice because we need to make sure that we can keep our medevac healed.
Inbound.
Now this is where
Reporting in. Thrusters to maximum.
Talk to me.
we drop off our Marines. Saved him. Saved him. Lost one. Okay.
Here's your stop.
So the question is, how often should we go back and heal constantly? I mean, we can heal our infantry at a pretty reasonable rate, but then we're going to have to go back and heal our wraiths, and we don't really have a good straight shot back to our base at this point. We're going to have to do some wacky movement in order to do that.
Picking up or dropping off?
I would love to find one more gas pallet, and then we can go back, no problem. Okay, you guys follow here. The healing is very slow. It's obviously very intentional. Did they replace that Mutalisk already? Quite possibly. There's some gas.
1 minute.
Snag this.
Waiting on you.
Okay, there's some resources here.
Loud and clear.
Some Jorium crystals here.
Go.
There's going to be no way to harvest those, though, unless there's a place to build a command center. And even if we did, we could afford a command center. We'd have to clear all this out.
Ready for pickup?
In any case, I'm going to fly back home and get repaired. We haven't gotten hit with a Mutalisk attack again. Those may only come at specific intervals. I also can drop my SCVs up here to repair these errant buildings. I feel confident with what we've got, though. Again, we need 3,000 minerals. So we're a 6th there. But I built those 2 wraiths. I built some Marines. So I feel a little more confident in order to succeed here. So let's wait and get repaired. I wonder, there might be space here for a command center, which would make this completely viable. The issue is we have to figure out how to take out this spore colony, which would probably just mean that we have to drop up here. That wouldn't be too bad. And then the question is, can we afford any sort of defense? We can't make missile turrets. We need a bunker, which would probably be fine. We would need a bunker, and then we could defend against any Mutalisks that decide to fly over. Okay.
Go ahead.
So what I'm also going to do
Now what?
is I'm going to repair these auto turrets. Too bad we can't make more auto
Ready
turrets.
for pickup? Talk to me.
Yeah, very, very slow healing rates. Like the buildings, like the auto turrets are getting healed as fast as not buildings, but as fast as units do, which is pretty low healing rate.
Big job, huh?
Picking up.
Okay, so we're gonna go this way then. If we can maybe clear out this single asteroid.
I heard that. In the pipe.
I heard
5 by
that.
5.
If we could clear out the single asteroid
Well,
and then build a command center, I'd feel a lot safer also. So I'm gonna quick save. All right, this whole area is like lined with shit. I'm gonna kill this Hydralisk because it's in our way. Man, getting cloaked feels like it would have been the right choice. Yeah, everything feels just like a tiny bit slower than usual here. If this is all connected, we might be able to have one big... Nah, it doesn't look like it. Say one big area.
heading out.
Okay, hold position, Wraiths. Be careful.
Ready for pickup? Understood.
I'm gonna drop off here and eliminate the colonies as best I can.
Waiting on you.
Okay, come back here, hold position, and then this group is gonna have to move in and do what they can. Man, I'm on fastest speed, and look how slow my units still move. Alright, well, we're gonna have to take what we can get. We're gonna have to slowly destroy this. Then we can drop up over here and destroy these. And then we have an access point over to the left here. And then down in this direction to take out this spore colony. If we could fit a command center in down there, that would be incredible. I'm a little skeptical. My auto turret should be more than enough here. Obviously, the bounce damage is not good on my SCV. We're gonna have to go back and repair that. Okay.
Where's the emergency?
You rang.
This medic is always making the healing noise, always. At all times, she's making the healing noise. Okay, we're gonna have to back you up because again, we gotta be careful with the bounce damage. This SCV cannot die.
Who wants some? You got it. Orders received.
Standing by.
You gonna give me orders?
And there's more Jorium crystals here also, so this very well could be our base of operations if we so choose it to be.
Reporting in.
Give me a little more vision here. Slow and steady. You know what? Real quick, run home, repair the SCV. We cannot afford to lose it, so I'm gonna quick save. Like, this area can sustain itself forever. That's the thing.
Who wants some? I'm on it.
So I guess we're gonna have to listen to medics healing for all time. That's okay.
What's going on?
So I guess I could come down here and take this. Let's take our wraiths and go and check and see what else is over here.
Locked in.
That wouldn't even pay for itself if we made a command center. I think the idea is just we have to float the command center to different locations to harvest. Okay, let's back up.
Transmit coordinates.
Oh, this is bad. We might lose part of our force here because I moved my medevac back. Ah, we lost 2 Marines. That's kind of killer. That's kind of killer on a map like this. Okay.
Talk to me.
So we're going to load up an SCV. We lost, See, this looks like it'll pay for itself pretty quick. We lost a Marine, so that means that we can very easily fit the SCV, which means that we can then build our command center, which should pay for itself. It'll just take a while. So I have to make a cut. If I do, I may want to make a cut while we just sit and wait.
Now what?
Who wants some?
Waiting on you.
We may end up just sitting and waiting. We'll see. Oh, wait. My SCV isn't here anymore. Okay, load on up.
Ready for pickup?
Sit and wait for while I mine resources. We'll see how it goes.
On my way.
Okay, so Wraiths, we're going to have you kill this really slowly, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. First, I don't know why, but for a second I read that as Kingdom of the Swarm, which is just wacky to me. It would be faster, I think, to kill this outright than sit here and kill the creep tumors. In fact, though, we are going to have to kill the creep tumors to get to this, because these give high ground vision, so we can't drop up here to kill it. No, we should be fine one way or another, but I think this is the only way to do this right now. We have just enough money to make a command center here to start harvesting long distance. If we can fit a command center here, I'm really not sure.
Base is under attack.
Okay, now there are 6. Can we focus fire, please? The sensor tower might go down. That's no good.
Ready for pickup?
Okay, we want to go down and around.
Understood. Will do, command.
Base is under forces are under attack.
Okay. They'll very slowly destroy that. Can we fit a command center? Yes, we can. Okay, rip sensor tower, but that's okay. We have a flippin'... We have a flippin' command center. And then little bits of resources here that we can long distance mine to and from. Oh, okay, good. There's actually a lot of resources here, so if we can keep this area alive. There's really no room for a bunker, unfortunately, though. All right, destroy this. It depends on how much SCVs cost, right? That's going to make a big difference. So let me make a separate save. I may be making this more time-consuming than it needs to be. So Deltrin had told me that these missions might take a while compared to what I'm typically used to. So I'll just keep that in mind, because I got to get back and repair the auto turrets at my other base. We got these guys here to help defend us, but again, there's no room for a bunker. So I basically just have to sit here and pray that Mutalisks don't come in groups of 6 to come and kill me. And then also hope that SCVs don't cost too much. They're 50. Okay, so this is going to take a while. Again, everything is so slow and meticulous here.
Standing by.
Medic, why do you make this noise? Why do you do this? Okay, so our income should take off here relatively quick, and then we can lift off and take these next. It's not a lot, but we can always lift off and do that.
Talk to me.
SCV ready.
Okay, so we're going to go back real quick.
Base is under attack.
They're going for my starport, which is fine. See how little damage the buildings take? They have so... It feels like they have so much damage mitigation. It's awesome. So let's just repair up our auto turrets and we should be fine. Can I build another sensor tower? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. Okay, so if we can get maybe like 4 SCVs mining, that, you know, I don't want to go overboard. That should be fine. Let's just come back here and repair this stuff. Our supply depots can get repaired also. It seems like if there's no units in this base, the Mutos will fly straight for the starport, which is pretty good for me.
Light flights here.
Okay, let's see if we can even get to this one to repair. Seems like they're not attacking us over here, so I think now we've got a pretty sustainable mining operation going. And now we sit and we wait. All right, 4 SCVs, and then we've got the other one that can sit in this base. But the most important thing is we're self-sufficient now. And these are Jorium crystals, which means that we get more returns with every single to and from. Okay, I loaded up my SCV just in time so that he wouldn't take damage, and then we'll just, again, we can keep repairing these. These sorts of attacks don't bother me. We could always make a bunker down here, like I had mentioned. This would be a lot more self-sufficient. I love, it just feels so impactful the way that these units shoot. It's like the Goliaths and then the auto turrets. Really, really awesome. Okay, so we're getting what we can here. Let's repair this up. And I'm going to repair these depots just so that I don't have to rebuild them. Can we get an orbital? That would be cool.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's also repair our wraiths. And then, while this is mining, I'm still going to go on more of an expedition, because I want to ensure that we can maybe speed this up a little bit with a mobile group as well. But having the ability to mine is hugely important. We'll be able to fly over and get those few extra Jorium crystal clusters as well. This is really cool. I get the impression that we're going to be building up from nothing throughout this whole campaign, which is really cool. Like, we had an escape, and then it's just like, you know, do what you can. Things are real bad. You know, figure it out. Which is quite clever. All right, we're going to head back down here. I think our next step is I'm going to check down in these areas. I don't know, there's really nothing I could do about something like this. Maybe if we drop like a marine on these high ground, but I don't think we can stay out of vision of this spore colony, so that'll be tricky. This is already cleared out, which is great, and there's some gas there if we want. I got this medic, I mean, maybe if I... No, never mind. I thought maybe if I turned off auto-casting that would stop, but never mind. Okay, so I'm going to quick save, and this is a risk. But I just saved, so I'm going to move out now and see what else, if I can find some more mineral pickups.
Let's go.
Because this together was like 2,400. We spent a bunch on SCVs, though, and repairing, so it's not going to get us... It's not going to get us fully where we need to be. So we're going to have to min-max a little bit to find some more mineral pickups. I mean, there's a huge amount of this map uncovered. So I'm sure we'll find more resources.
Loud and clear.
But we have to explore the whole map to find them. This is awesome, by the way. Big floating destroyed battle cruiser. Take a drink of water. Hydration. Okay. Mutalisks haven't attacked in a while. That means we might get hit by a big group of 6 at any moment now. There's really no way to know.
In the 5x5.
I could also get another Wraith. That might be worth it.
Will do, Command.
If we get enough Wraiths, we won't have to really worry too much about Mutalisks. They're not as... The Wraiths aren't as strong anti-air. Not nearly as strong as they are
Loud and clear.
in their vanilla format. No, it's the medevac that makes that noise, I think. Or no, did I just drop the medic off instead of a Marine? I'm not really sure.
Inbound.
Okay.
Acknowledged.
What I also like about this mission is it feels like there's multiple ways to approach it. You could build a strong strike force and exclusively pick up
I heard
things across the map.
that. Heading out.
Your base is under attack.
Okay, there's our base. We just got some more gas, that's fine. What I like is that they are still attacking up here and they're not attacking my harvesting. Very important. Okay, load on up. There's a geyser over here.
On my way.
We'd have to float to a very strange position to be able to harvest from it. Actually, can we?
Let's go.
Could we even harvest from that if we want? Can we even build a refinery? Yes, we can. I don't think I want to,
Lights here.
but I could.
In the 5x5.
Yeah, like way back. Oh, yeah, this is this looks like a pretty good harvesting location. Okay, way to get killed this one. It's giving them vision. All right, now they no longer have vision. So now we fly down here.
Mineral field depleted.
No, 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 no. Oh. Mistakes were made.
Base is under attack.
Yes, fly directly into... Yeah, go for the starport, please. Come back towards me, please. There we go. So we have a whole nother area here. These are all Zerglings, so let's load on up.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's go.
See, we could mine from this if we really wanted to, but yeah, see, it looks like because we min-max pretty effectively and we've done a lot with very little, I think we'll be able to float to maybe over here. This might be the best spot, honestly.
Mineral field
I like how
depleted.
slow and meticulous the combat feels here.
Reporting in.
Okay, so this is all clean.
Transmit coordinates.
And it looks like we've got a pretty
Waiting on
clear path straight to this if this is where we want to go next. Up here, also wide open for 400 more minerals.
you. Where's the emergency?
400 won't finish it for us, so I
Mineral field
may...
depleted.
Let's load them up. Load them up.
This mess.
Oh, that's bad.
Standing by.
Light flights here. Here's your stop.
Go ahead, Commander.
Okay, that's fine. I'm getting a little more sloppy now just because I know pretty much where we need to go and what we need to do. So we're going to load up here, lift off, and then we're going to come across this way, I think.
Picking up.
And we're going to escort our command center across to this other semi-base that we found, and we should be able to get to 3,000 relatively quick from there.
Hallelujah. Acknowledged. I heard that.
No, just go. Just go. You'll be fine.
Standing by.
Look at the range! Look at that range on the Marines. That's insane. Okay, heal me up. Heal me up. Come on. Oh, almost lost the Marine. We're good. We're good. Okay. So now, down. Man, your buildings have so much survivability. It's insane. Okay, we're going to land right here, and we're going to be able to finish this up. Mutalisk group going to get cleaned up again by our auto turrets, which are awesome.
Light flights here.
And then we can make some fun headcanon where we
Go ahead, Commander.
understand how this ends,
Roger.
which is Our mining expedition finishes. They clean up. They load up. They float up to meet their buddies. Whoops.
Pick up.
Lost the Wraith.
Acknowledged.
To meet their buddies.
Understood. Here's your stop.
Actually, you know what? I think we want this group over with our mining expedition. That's fine. Let's just be careful not to fly over the spore colony. Nope.
Well, hallelujah. Inbound.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
On my way.
Okay, straight over here.
Loud and clear.
Slowly land. So they do reinforce the mutalisks, interestingly enough. So I'm not even going to make any SCVs. I would just prefer...
Go ahead.
There you go. I would just prefer this
Now what? Here's your stop.
Big job.
to end. We don't need the 3,000. Let's just repair this medevac. It's done a good job for us. So let's just repair it up. But there's more than enough resources here. There's a whole other area to this map, too. That's why I was saying I think it's cool how it seems like there are a lot of different options to play this. And what this also seems like is that this campaign is going to have a variety of different types of missions. And it seems like the macro maps are going to be very... I don't want to say grueling per se, because I didn't find this grueling. I felt this was... I mean, this wasn't really a macro map per se. This was more micro than macro, but still. This was very particular in the sense that you couldn't fuck up. It was unforgiving, but it was dynamic to the point where you could complete it multiple ways. I'm sure there were tons of mineral pickups through the rest of the map. But we're about to finish this now. So yeah, and then we all pack up and we go and meet up with our colony ship and we continue and we leave. Don't leave the valuable hardware. That was fun. Again, it feels like the types of missions are going to change based on the narrative, and a lot of this is we're doing a fighting retreat, and then we're going to try to get set up on a new planet. That's cool. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.